Well, good evening. Been out here all day planting in the garden. Wanted to just show you guys kind of what I've been doing, how the garden is shaping up this spring. Well, this summer. We kind of missed spring here in northern Minnesota. Got quite a bit done today. Don't have too much more to get in the ground. Just some kales and maybe a little more chard. More of like the watermelon and the pumpkin and stuff like that, which is outside of the fenced area anyways. So we're doing quite a bit of different methods this year, just utilizing what we have. We had a lot of straw, so figured we would try that method. We're doing layering with compost and cardboard. Just your regular raised beds. They don't have the wood sides, but you can see that they're raised quite a bit. Over here we have some wood chips even. So just trying a little bit of everything this year. We had a ton of compost, and as you can see, we used it all. I don't think you can ever have too much compost. Wow. So some lettuce here, some squash, some acorn squash throughout here. This is the little hoop trellis that I built a couple years back. Works great for any kind of squash or beans or cucumbers. Since we rotate the crops, it sees a variety of vegetables. Did pole beans this year, and of course these couple of acorn squash. Some peas in this row coming up. Chives here, and 2 rows of carrots. You can kind of see the impression still. This will be bush beans and carrots, chard and kale. Have your brassicas here, broccoli and Brussels, some cauliflower, more cucumbers back here, and onions, cabbage. We'll be doing corn in this row along with these couple of rows. There's a pumpkin back there that'll kind of creep on the ground underneath all this, and then a row of cucumbers that will grow up these mini hoop trellises. Just some fencing on top. That'll be kind of cool to see how that all plays out. Some eggplants up here next to the old rotting stump. Some lettuces. This is kind of cool. This is a Russian kale that made it through the winter. I couldn't believe it. It started coming up. 38 below zero this year. And this kale made it. Tomatoes here. Some asparagus in this back corner. Has some miscellaneous flowers here. And a new addition is this carmine jewel. Glad to have her. I still need to get out here and train these branches. You have your peppers and carrots here. Again, you can kind of see the 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 of carrots and the 2 rows of peppers. Some tomatoes. We have aromas here. A sunray in the middle there and 2 cherries on the outsides. With marigolds and basil within. Let's see how big the mounds are. Catch a little bit of that sunset. This worked out well last year, so we're going to do it again. Kind of sprawling vine method, almost like how you would do blackberries. Works great for tomatoes. More peppers and basil. Here we have 3 new additions as well. Gooseberries. I seem to be doing just fine. Coming along. And then our grapevines. Bear with me, I'm manually zooming. Grapevines aren't doing the best. They're budding out really low. Like I said, we had a really chilly winter, so I'm surprised that they didn't die off, but we had quite a bit of snow as well, so greenhouse still filled with a lot of stuff to get out and stuff to give to people. Another cherry tree. This is the Evans. I have a graft on this one that seems to be taking. I grafted about 2 weeks ago. Numerous apple trees and a couple of pears and this cherry. So give it another week, maybe 2, and I'll be satisfied that they took. But they look like they're doing well. One of the turkeys got out of the electric fence. Some currants here. Some new strawberries. The raspberries are coming in strong already. We planted these last year and they just look great. These are going to be our trees, our rootstock trees. This is Red Splendor. Been here for maybe 2 years. This is the Bud 118. We're going to try this out up here, see how she does. It's supposed to be better than the M111, more cold hardy. Espalier. We lost a pair here. It was only 2 years old, so it's still really small. It had just made it to the first wire, but this harsh winter took it out. It was still living and it was coming back from the ground. It was patterned, but I just didn't want it to get big and then have a really harsh winter again and lose everything. So we'll do an apple there. The year made it. Coming in strong. And another graft that seems to be doing well. This black haw got hit last fall pretty hard. You can see I taped it up, but she's doing good. Looks good. Have a pea shrub hiding in here. Stole a seed pod from my buddy's place. Nice strawberry patch here. These are alpine mostly, but we have everbearing and Junebearing in here as well. And if I can get this, there are just so many flowers coming in on these. It is crazy. Looks like we're gonna have a good year this year. Excited. This was another pair that we lost. Same kind of deal. It was just really cold. And had some significant dieback. So plugged in another Bud 118. We'll do an apple there. Miscellaneous plants. We have hyssop here. Some columbine. Raspberry, onions, just a mixture of stuff. This rose bush had some pretty severe dieback as well, but it's doing good, coming back strong. I should have covered them. I think this year I have some blue barrels that I'll cut the top and bottom off and throw them over these, fill them with straw or leaves, and that should do the trick. More flowers throughout here. This is another apple here that's doing well in its third year. First year we let the rootstock grow, and it was grafted 2 years ago. This will be its third summer, I believe. This Sweet 16 graft that I'm really excited about. I've heard that they're delicious apples. Obviously I have a while to wait, but I'm excited. Looks like it took very well. Another rose bush here. Chives and garlic coming in. This is the golden spice. I got this at a nursery for pennies on the dollar because it was in rough shape. I'm still not sure it's gonna make it, as I had to prune it really, really heavy. And then we had that crazy cold winter, but it's looking rough, but I'm hopeful. Hugel mound here with all kinds of flowers. Coneflower, columbines, butterfly weed, what else? El Campaign. There's just numerous stuff throughout here. Some herbs as well. Oregano, thyme, all that kind of stuff. Rabina mountain ash is another one we added this year. That'll be fun to try to handle. Pretty already. Some dandelions. This is the rhubarb patch, and for some reason it's not doing well. So we're gonna move these rhubarb. We'll have to dig down and make sure we get all the roots. But this is old hydroton from the aquaponics setup, in case you're wondering. June berries, the Regent variety, so they're small don't get huge, and they're really, really tasty. Aronia, Viking berry. Our plums back here, this is Underwood. All kinds of cone flowers popping up throughout the hay here. Some peppermint. Caucasian mountain spinach we're trying this year. Looks healthy. Some more plum trees here. Young but looking good. We might actually get some fruit off this Winetta this year. Honeyberries in these rows. These honeyberries were planted last year, and it is just amazing at how well they're doing. The amount of fruit sets on here are crazy for such little bushes. Some more grafting that seems to be taking. This is the Superior plum. More regents, miscellaneous flowers throughout there. Another strawberry patch, no surprise there. More strawberries. We like our berries here. More volunteer of the regent. I'm babysitting till I can give them to a friend. Seem to be doing well. Here's our plum rootstock that we will be using to graft more plum trees. Cut that down and make our own. Another apple tree back here with a couple of black currants on either side. Both of the currants are new this year. That'd be cool. So yeah, that's how things are shaping up this season. Some amaranth back here.